We're here at Maskell's Customs and Classics with Brendan Findlay. He's the owner of the Tig Rod. We're going to go through the build with Brendan today, get a bit of an idea of what he wants out of the car and what we can do.
I always like to do something a bit different than your standard sort of street machine. And this little Tig Rod, even though it's a hairdresser's car, front wheel drive, totally not a street machine, it actually has a really good cabin. The windows, the door lines, all that sort of stuff really appeals to me. It works and I fit in it.
Yeah,
right?
so you're comfortable.
A lot of other cars I can be a little bit tight, but I actually fit into this one. So using the fact that I like the basic shape and I fit, I thought I can make something really nice out of that.
So when you say you fit, do you mean all your seating positions right, your head heights, you got enough head height on this car?
I'll be able to sit in there with a helmet on.
Oh right, really?
Yep.
So that means we don't have to change any seating positions. So the whole interior of this car will stay as a Tig Rod.
Yep.
Right, yeah. So you're comfortable with that staying like that?
Well, it's not going to stay as a Tigger though.
No.
Because if we're using the VF stuff, I'm going to bring in the VF gauges and all that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, right.
So it's going to be pretty up spec compared to a Tigger. A Tigger's pretty low spec.
Yeah, yeah. So what made you come up with the idea of an LS?
LSs are all the flavour at the moment. They're what I know. All my cars are LS engines. Very easy to get horsepower out of if I want to go down any sort of induction route. Very easy to get horsepower and make it look nice if I don't go down that route.
Yeah.
I'm also a HSV boy. So all my cars are Holdens / HSVs. So that's what comes with them. And this is going to be a HSV Hotrod.
That there is determined by where the gear shift is going to be.
Yep.
Right, now your factory gear shifter is here. That's where you were comfortable with the seat and that shifter there. So even though this is not the right motor and gearbox, we just sort of put it here so we had an idea. Dash.
Yep.
So that location there to me is more critical than the rest of it. You know, like
That's the starting point and everything else builds off that.
Yeah. So I don't know whether your Club Sport's got the same gearbox as this or not, but it doesn't matter. When we get it out, we can determine where that's going to go. Handbrake's not going to be here. We're going to use your VF one, which is electric. Yep. So we can mount that in under here, and then that way we don't have to worry about all this, because this is probably going to have to be raised up.
To me, the most important part is getting the back wheels working.
Yep.
Because I think the whole car, the main focus will be on the back wheels.
Yeah.
So that's my first point.
Well, they're going to be big.
Yeah, well, we put this 24 on, which I was not expecting a 24, and that's got a huge sidewall, which makes it even bigger. But definitely 22 or a 24 is going to be the go.
Yeah.
It has to be a nice big wheel to fill it all in.
Well, hot rods are essentially big wheels, smaller wheels.
Yep.
Big motor, small body, you know, so we've got the bones of it worked out.
Now, to me, I think the wheel has to be scalloped into the body.
Right.
It can't be an afterthought sticking on the outside.
Yes.
It's got to look like it belongs, and to me that means it's got to go into the body.
Yep.
And when I was looking at it before, the mechanism for the roof is really going to determine how big that scallop is.
This roof is really critical for us.
And I get that, and that's another big component, is those bolts there. Is that where it bolts onto?
There?
No, in further. Those ones.
Those ones?
Yeah. Is that where it bolts to?
There's a mechanism that goes to there, yes.
We need to scallop the body as far as that's going to let us go in.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So I don't think we can move that panel. I really think
I don't think we can either. Not
this
to make
whole
the
car is going to be built around this roof, because we can't move that panel there.
Yep.
That has to stay there, because the roof comes around and actually goes into here and into there. So that's our lowest point we can go. We can't bring the car up into that, or we can't go down below that.
Yep.
We can't go much further than that width.
Yep.
This area here we can work with,
Yep.
but not necessarily. So we're thinking where the spare wheel was, we'll have a fuel tank in here,
Yep.
which will be low.
Yep.
You'll have enough room for your handbag.
Yep. My purse.
Maybe something else, but I doubt it.
Yep. We have to have the scallop.
Yeah.
I think the car looks too much like an add-on without it.
Yeah.
And if that determines it, 20-30 mils all it's going to be then.
You're happy with that then?
Well, it has to be.
Yeah, right.
It's not whether I'm happy or not. It's just going to have to be the way to make it work.
That's cool. Yeah.
I mean, you look at this and it curves, right? So that actually little flare is really no wider than the next bit of the car along there.
Yeah.
It comes in far enough, so that's gone.
Yep.
Right, and then just to your left, you're going to have to bring it in.
Yeah.
And that's going to determine how far.
So where are you liking your wheels? Are you forwards, backwards?
Forwards.
So you want it sort of like in the middle of this?
I reckon in the middle. And don't forget, you're going to have a little bit more out here for the bumper.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
I kind of like in the middle. The original Tig Rod, the wheels are too far back.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
A little hairdresser's car, that's fine.
Yeah.
But the original wheels on the Tig Rod, they're only 16s.
Oh, right.
And what you've got your hands on, that's a 24.
Yeah.
We're talking 8 inches bigger wheels for starters.
So we need to set that up under that. That's going to determine our ride height.
Yep.
So once we get that, because that's a VE rear setup.
That one is.
That is.
Okay.
Right. So that we just got
Yeah,
that, so we can just shove it under here and just get a bit of a feel for where we're going to be.
Yep.
You know, so essentially that there will have to go forward because this will end up being our ride height. So it's got to go under that panel.
Yep.
And up as high as possible because that locates our wheel centre off that. How wide on the tyre?
The one you've got your hands on is a 285. So I don't mind it being out here,
Yep.
but we need this wall to come in.
Yes.
So we're going to need at least a 335 or something like that. So I mean, it's getting big.
Yeah, we're talking. Yeah.
Because that one's too narrow. Bring it in.
Yes.
335,
All right.
something
Yeah.
like
No.
that.
I've got my head around that. So obviously, because this is going to determine what's going to happen at the front, you know. But it's all about this section right here. And because the other thing we've got to do too is we need a bracket to come up to have the carbon fibre guard. So we need a little bit more room there as such, you know. Because we want the guard to float with the wheel, don't we?
Yeah.
You don't want it off the body?
No.
No, good.
No.
Yeah, so you want it off
Yeah,
the
it's
guard.
a motorcycle
Yeah.
guard.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah,
we're
it's only
after.
going to be like a centimetre or something above the actual rubber.
Yeah, because that will grow as you go faster.
Yep. No
Remember,
faster
in
than
legal
the
speeds,
limit,
100
of course.
kilometres an hour. I need to make it so as the wheel's got travel, right? So if the wheel travels 100 mil, so ride height's in the centre of that, which is 50 mil. So we need a 50 mil. That's if I'll work out what our travel is.
I'm perfectly happy whatever it needs to be.
Yeah, so if we make it 50 mil, we obviously want it as close to the tyre as possible, you know, because otherwise it's going to look stupid if it's too high.
Yep.
Where we fit the rear end is where we fit the rear end. It's just going to work for us.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Once you've done the scallop, once
Yeah.
you've decided how far you can come in with that, that then determines where the inside of your wheel goes.
Yep, that's right.
That then determines how wide your suspension's going to be.
Yes, yeah, which we'll have to work out as we go.